Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Back at PDR Matt's, and in his shed we've found one of those rare barn find GTRs. No, working back on the GTR today. Matt's back from work, so we're hoping to get into this thing. Hopefully get quite a bit of work done before Christmas and get back into it. It's exactly where we've left it last time, but we've got the guard roller today. I've got the TE37s with me, so need to sit the TE37s on for the first time, see how they're going to fit. They probably are going to be out the guards and quite aggressive, so that's why we're going to roll the guards a bit more after tapping them up last time. Get these guards and quarters finished. Got to block this side, but get this thing ready for primer. That's the plan, so we're going to get into it. Hopefully get quite a bit done today and tomorrow, and like I said, try and get this thing all ready for primer. Plastics have still got to go away. We weren't able to organise that before Matt left, but it's exactly where we left it. Very excited to see it and dive back into it after a few weeks.
Did you tighten them up?
Yep. First look with the wheels on. Very happy with the black gold combo. Looks like they're sticking out maybe 2 or 3 centimeters, but if we jump on the toe point, it pulls it with factory camber. So I think if we roll that guard flat and lower the car a little bit, it should sit quite nice. Very happy with that. Super big wide tire underneath. Nearly looks out of place, but it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Let's make it work.
All right, we'll get these wheels back off. I think we'll roll one guard at a time. We've got 2 wheels, so we can use it as a reference both side to side, tape measure and stuff. But we'll get into rolling these guards. That's perfect. That's what it was at. That's where it is now. Pretty happy with that. Oh, and then that little bit of squat. Should clear that tyre. Very happy with that. So, Matt with the air hacksaw cut the inner wheel arch a little bit just to free it up. So as you just saw, we were rolling it out. Just tapped up the edge with a hammer, but that's fitting a 275 pretty well flush, and if we lower it with squat and everything, that'll fit inside. Happy with that. We bored it out about 12 millimeters. It's 1.2 centimeters from where it was. Happy with that. We'll jack the other side up and do the other side now.
point Speed rock.
That looks like it's right out around there, just so it doesn't look like it's... Looks pretty crazy with a tyre that big under the back, but I'm pretty excited. So we're going to put the stock wheels back on the back and put these on the front and then start playing with the guards. But first I think we're going to have a swim. I think it's about 35 degrees here in sunny Queensland, so change the wheels over, have a swim, and then we're going to start on the front. Back again, day 2. We ended up jumping in the pool and have a couple of beers yesterday, so we didn't get back into the car. But got the TEs on the front now. Not as bad as I was expecting compared to the rear. So the front's, obviously the toe's out because there's no motor in it, but obviously the front's not going to be as bad as what we thought. We're going to ever so slightly roll the inner lip, give it some strength, and I can still retain guard liners if I want to. So we're going to concentrate on the fronts this morning and then hopefully get this side repaired, get the quarters repaired today. So let's dive in. Alright, I was hoping to use the guard roller so it was a little bit more controlled because these are alloy guards, I don't want to go too far. I needed to use the hammer and dolly first to get the lips started so that the guard roller would roll on the edge. But I think it's a lot easier with the hammer and dolly just to gently take our time. So I'll do a little bit more and then we'll do the other side. Bit hard to gauge because obviously it doesn't have the motor, and when the motor goes in, the front's going to go back down a bit. But quite happy. Didn't go too crazy with it. Like I said, we just tapped up that inner edge. So the inner edge is on like a 45-degree angle now. So for whatever reason, if it does squat or want to just grab the edge of the tyre, hopefully it won't rip the guard and everything with it. But both the same. I'll take a few measurements. I'm happy with the front guard, so we can start repairing and blocking them up now. Matt's just repairing the quarters. We'll get into them and try and get this body all ready for primer. Jack the back up, take the wheels back off. Just going to weld up the splits, the little slits that we put in there yesterday to help roll the guards. Do that both sides, and then we can keep going with the quarters. splits all welded up, back on the ground. Fletcher ended up coming out, doing us solid and doing it on site for us. So huge thank you to Fletcher for that. Got the doors off now, we're going to change the hinges over. Guards are all blocked, front end's all blocked. So I've got new hinges from Kudos Motorsport to go on. So we'll get these ones off, sand underneath, edge prime it or zig prime it, and get the new hinges on so we can realign the doors and keep going with the body, get it all back together. We're trying to get it sanded today. Alright, so once the door's blocked, we'll bolt these straight back onto the doors. So they self-locate to the doors, so then we can line these back up onto the car when we put them back on. So by etch priming or zinc spraying under these now, that'll be sealed from factory. They don't seal the back of the hinges. There's always a little bit of surface rust and stuff under there. So we remove the sealer, sand it smooth, prime it, put it back together. So when we paint the car, we'll paint right over it. It'll all be sealed. We don't have to worry about rust. Doors are back on with the hinges. Now the hinges don't have to come back off. When we paint the car, we'll rub them and paint straight over them. They'll all be sealed and they don't have to come back off. So now we'll do the other side, get the guards back on, then we'll probably call it a day. It is hot today. It's currently 32. Apparently it's going to get to like 37 or something, but anyway, work's got to be done. I've just picked up the GTR from Matt's place on my way to work. Because the car's been sitting for so long and there's still E85 in the fuel tank, I want to get the fuel tank out and drain it, let it all dry out, etc. Ready for when the car goes back together with the new motor and stuff. So while it's up on the hoist, I'm taking the fuel tank out. I'm going to use this opportunity to repair my sills as we are getting closer to getting this thing primed and painted very shortly. And in doing so, I'm also going to stone guard all underneath the vehicle. Sort of do it once, do it right, get all underneath done now. And then hopefully if we've got time over the next few days, maybe get it primed or finalise getting it ready for primer. And then hopefully painted very soon. But let's get to work, get this car unloaded and get up on a hoist. No messing around, I got straight into it. Started slide hammering the sills down a little bit, just where it had been squished up previously. Squish that down, slide hammer the rail down a bit. Just getting straight into it both sides. Slide hammers and tools. This one still needs a little bit more of a tap up. This one came down alright as well. So trying to get these sills all sorted, and then I'll start dropping the subframes. Alright, all subframes and fuel tank are out. Big job. Took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but big thank you to Jesse for helping me. So that's all out now. Obviously just got to get the fuel tank brackets off, get all these fuel lines out. I'm going to get these brake lines out, and we're getting there slowly. Run the wiring back into the car, and then I'm hoping to clean up all underneath and everything tonight, and maybe in preparation for tomorrow. It's late afternoon now, so I don't think I'll have time to paint it today. So get everything stripped, get it all clean. Happy with the sills and the pinch edging on the bottom of the sills and the way they are, so happy with all that. Just want to get it stripped, get it clean. It's extremely hot, so get this done, go home, come back tomorrow, and hopefully stone guard everything all tomorrow. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, now that I've given all that a quick wire brush, had a bit of a clean up as well, so you can see for the most part it's all pretty scratched up and ready to go. So I've got a bucket of metho water. I'm gonna grab a red scotchy basically, and I'm gonna go over and clean and do all this now. That'll let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow morning I can sort of come in. I've got a few little repairs to do underneath, nothing major, and I can start masking up and then get the stone guard on tomorrow. So just pushing to get as much done as I can tonight, because then I can let it dry overnight, and if I paint it tomorrow, I mean, I presume it's going to take a few hours to dry, so it might have to dry tomorrow before I can put all the subframes and do anything else. So do as much as I can tonight, and then do as much as I can tomorrow. Just trying to get this done as quick as possible. Alright, hopefully as clean as can be. I presume the stone guard or the wrapped coat that I'm going to use, it's probably going to stick to anything anyway, but I've pretty well had enough. Hopefully it's clean enough. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, straight back into it. Just giving it another bit of a clean underneath. It was still a bit dirty, but it's all quite clean now. So I'm going to go ahead and start masking up all the bolts, studs and holes, and then hopefully we can start getting into painting it very, very soon. All masked up, ready to paint now. So just finished off a few things underneath, put some etch primer and everything, but all masked up, ready to go. Hopefully I've blocked all the holes that I need to block, but time to get dressed and start spraying. All done. What a job. A lot messier than I thought it was going to be. Would not recommend doing it on your mum's garage floor, but I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. All sealed. Ended up being probably a coat and a half, 2 to 3 coats in a few places. In the wear areas, like I triple hit the wheel arches and the inner of the wheel arch where we've rolled it and stuff, just so that if the tyre ever touches it, it's rubbing on the stone guard and not the metal. But let's get it unwrapped and then we'll do a few montages and we'll have a look. Huge job, but obviously all going to be worth it in the end. Hope you've enjoyed the update. Now I'm going to get these subframes back in the car and I'll see you in the next one.